Keeping up with the Joneses. This is what a federal judge had in mind when sentencing a former DEI expert at Facebook, the woman who stole $5 million from the company as an executive over their diversity, equity, and inclusion program. I brought you this story last year. If you missed all the details, be sure to check out the original report after this video, where I dive in about Barbara Furlow Smiles, aka Barbara the Facebook Bandit, and how she stole millions from the tech giant and used that money to fund a cross-country and even international luxury lifestyle in both California and Georgia, paying for special photo shoots in Africa, funding a marriage renewal in South Africa, and preschool tuition for her daughter. Back in December 2023, Barbara the Facebook Bandit admitted to stealing the money from her former job, although she was being paid a nice six-figure salary to work on the company being more inclusive of Black women, Native Americans, and vets. Those are the communities she focused on in her position. Well, now Barbara the Facebook Bandit is on her way to federal prison. On Monday, she was sentenced to 5 years and ordered to pay the money back to Facebook. We're going to get into it, but first, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. Won't waste any time. Let's go ahead and get into it.
I'm not going to give you all of it because you're going to buy the book. But I talk about what I did and continue to do to get on the other side, a lot from surviving to thriving. Because for me, a lot of times with diversity, you can do programs, you can create initiatives. The biggest thing for impact is behavior change. Have you fundamentally changed your behavior? Have you stopped with the bad behavior? Are you aware of the impact of what happens? And that, in order to get to that, you have to get to the heart and soul of people. They have to want to do it. It can't be forced. They have to understand why it's a necessity.
Barbara the Facebook Bandit, she stole over $5 million from Facebook. But one part that wasn't announced back in 2023 is not only did she steal from Facebook, but after she was fired from Facebook, she got hired at Nike as a leader of their DEI program, and she went on to steal money from them too, utilizing a scheme involving fraudulent vendors, fake invoices, and cash kickbacks. Stealing over $5 million from Facebook, and when she went to Nike, she stole at least 6 figures from them too. Her prison sentence reflects the consequences of her decision to orchestrate an intricate scheme to defraud 2 of her employers for personal profit. As lead strategist at Facebook, Furlow Smiles' employer put an extreme amount of trust in her, only to have that trust completely violated. And just the thought of being fired from one company and then going over to another company, Nike, to do the same thing, obviously she thought that she was untouchable. So yeah, as a result, not only did she throw away her lucrative career because she was making a lot of money, but now all of that is over and she's going to be serving time behind bars for her excessive greed. Barbara was at Facebook, or Meta, for over 4 years. She was there from January 2017 to September 2021. Barbara the Facebook Bandit had access to the company's credit cards. She also had authority to submit purchase requisitions and approve invoices for authorized vendors of Facebook. That's how she had access to finesse them out of all this money. First, she linked PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App accounts to her Facebook credit cards and used those accounts to pay friends, relatives, and other associates for goods and services that in truth were never provided to Facebook.
I reject certain things, like, nope, that's not me.
To conceal the bogus charges, Barbara the Facebook Bandit went on to submit fraudulent expense reports, falsely claiming in these reports that those businesses provided swag and merchandise or marketing services, when in fact, they've never done anything for Facebook. After these individuals received the payments from Facebook, they returned the vast majority of the money back to Barbara. So yeah, her family, her friends, all of these people did this with her, but she's the only one going down. If they sent back the vast majority of the money, that will mean that they kept some of it. They didn't get called out, they're not in trouble at all, and Barbara is the only one taking the fall. We don't even know who the other crooks are. And yes, they're all crooks. They should all be implicated with her. So yeah, she paid out these people, making it seem like they provided something to Facebook, service products, but they did nothing, and then they gave most of the money back to her. They paid these kickbacks in cash and through account transfers to others, including her husband.
Nope, that's not me.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got some special guests joining us this morning, Barbara and Ernest Smiles. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. Good morning.
Listen, it is Black History Month, so we got to salute, great Black people doing great Black things.
Yeah, her husband, he's got to be in on this too. There's no way that they're going around on the Breakfast Club and going around here and there, and he didn't know what his wife was doing. Now we're finding out he had some involvement. According to the FBI, he picked up the kickbacks for her before. And yes, she was paid a very decent salary from Facebook, but she still wasn't paid enough to afford the luxurious lifestyle that they were out here parading around living. And here we are right now, they're saying that these family and friends, they wouldn't just give the money to her, but they will also send these kickbacks through the husband too. So yeah, her husband knew all about this. They paid the cash kickbacks in person and by Federal Express or mail, sometimes wrapping the cash in other items, such as t-shirts. And that's how you know all these family and friends, they were all up to no good. Why will you be wrapping up cash in t-shirts? Obviously all this that was going on was very janky. And everybody who touched this, they knew this was wrong. Barbara the Facebook bandit also directed associates to pay one another and even other people to try to conceal her own involvement in the scheme. She recruited numerous individuals, friends, relatives, former interns from a prior job, nannies and babysitters, a hairstylist, and her university tutor. She also had bills and other people that she owed money to, and she would pay those people and pay those bills off using Facebook. Like for example, she had Facebook pay nearly $10,000 to an artist for these specialty portraits and more than $18,000 on preschool tuition for their daughter. Now, after Barbara was terminated from Facebook, she went on to work for Nike from November 2021 to February 2023, serving as Senior Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion for the popular shoe company. In that new position at Nike, she was responsible for supporting DEI initiatives, developing strategies, and hosting DEI events. Primarily responsible for a Juneteenth event in New York, but while she was putting on the Juneteenth event for Nike, she was scamming them too. Yeah, she went on to do the same thing at Nike that she was doing at Facebook. She circumvented the vendor process at Nike to commit fraud. She linked her Nike corporate credit card to her PayPal and Venmo accounts, the same thing. She then paid her associates with PayPal and Venmo, causing fraudulent charges to her Nike card. Barbara also submitted false reports to Nike to cover up her tracks there. So she's been doing this over and over for years at 2 different companies.
Nope, that's not me.
On that Nike expense report, she falsely claimed that those kickback portions to these associates and her friends and family, all these people, that those charges were related to the Juneteenth event. And once again, that was a lie. In total, Furlough Smiles the fraud stole about $5 million from Facebook and over $120,000 from Nike based on fictitious charges and fraudulent invoices. She used the money to fund a luxury lifestyle in California, Georgia, and in this recent report from the FBI, they included Oregon. 38-year-old Barbara Furlough Smiles was sentenced to 5 years, 3 months in prison, to be followed by 3 years supervised release. She was also ordered to pay restitution in the amount of $4,981,783.58 to Facebook and $121,054.50 to Nike, for a total of $5,102,838.08. Furlough Smiles the fraud was convicted of wire fraud on December 11th, 2023 after submitting her guilty plea, and now she's about to serve 5 years in a federal penitentiary.
With celebrities wearing our stuff, tagging me, pictures. We've been spotlighted in Black Enterprise. We were just on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
We were on Will and Martin show. Come on, from a shield. and it's just like the gift that keeps on giving. I look at him and I look at the orders that come in, and I am just so blessed.
Just a couple of years ago, Barbara Furlow the Fraud was being paraded around speaking to the traditional media personalities, being co-signed by Angela Yee, DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God, Roland Martin. I'm telling you, when these people start showing up on these platforms, I give all of them the side eye. They co-signed a lot of folks trying to get over on Black people. And no, Angela Yee, just because you love the show doesn't mean that you're automatically disassociated with all the people you co-signed before in the past on the show. Not to mention that in present day on your own show, you was up there co-signing the City Girl Mayor, Tiffany Teflon Tahoe. So no, we didn't forget about you. Many of them end up being hypocrites, scammers, feminists, and simps. And this is how you get the promotion of a no-good woman and her no-good husband up there acting like they're just some Black educated family with all these degrees and a successful business, when in reality, they're out here living off credit card scams on Facebook. And now we know Nike was also included. Barbara the Facebook Bandit stole millions of dollars, and even when she was kicked out of Facebook, she went on to the same type of DEI position at Nike, stealing from them too. This woman had hours and hours of interviews and speeches talking about diversity and fighting for Black women to be in these spaces, only to represent the group she was advocating for in such a poor manner with her own fraudulent activities. So I guess now she can sit in the federal penitentiary and take all that baby bop bimbo babble over there, talk the other inmates' heads off all day because they don't have nothing to do and no place to go anyway. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Let me know what you think about this story below. I want to send a big shout out to my sister Tiffany B. I appreciate you, Tiffany, for always showing support, as well as our brother Dark Power. I appreciate you, Dark Power, for consistently showing love to the channel. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like and share.
Me, even personally, I am unapologetically motivated to greatness.